And second attack is also going to miss, I think. Just 13 doesn't hit you, right, Ireena? 13 misses probably.
No, it does not.
Alright, well, both his attacks failed. Now this guy up here is going to attack Burl. He's try to
Burl.
bite you. A 9. These guys are rolling really bad. And a 7. Jeez.
Good.
Just like a dog trying to jump on you. I'm just like holding my shield against his head, just like stay down, boy.
Okay, Dan, make another roll for your Spirit Guardians.
Okay, I love this.
I mean, wolves don't know what that is. Okay, it dies too. Deleted.
These wolves are just barreling into their death.
Yeah. I mean, they don't. It's like swirling spirits. They don't know what the fuck it is. They're just trying to attack
They're
with their.
also like being commanded by their,
Yeah.
pack leader.
Yeah. I mean, the werewolves might know, but they're kind of feral, so whatever. But so, Dan, you have to roll again for this one.
Yep. I'm hoping I hit the big numbers. I hope I get over 20 on something.
He also misses Ireena on his attack. So now it's Swain's turn. Is Tommy back yet? Yeah, you are. Okay.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay. So, okay. Let's see. Yes. I'm going to have him move. He could probably hit. How do I do this? How do I make a little measure? There it is. Grill. So, as okay. So I could hit these three with the cone, correct?
Yep.
Wait, did you get to see what I was just doing or no? This one,
Yeah.
this
That
one,
one and
and
that
this one.
one. Yeah.
Okay. So he's
I can
gonna
get my
do.
little thing out.
It would also hit the
That's what
elemental
she said.
and or Dio or Ruby.
Not if I angled it right, it would not hit Dio or Ruby. It would just hit them, and it would catch the fire elemental, but it itself is just fire. So I
Yeah,
can't imagine it.
it's immune to
Might just
fire.
might make it more powerful.
It's probably
Yeah.
yeah. As I say, it's probably immune to fire damage, to be honest.
Okay,
If
so
it's
deck
not, that's a pretty
saves.
crappy fire element. It would take damage every turn.
So that would be, let's see,
Live.
1 second here.
Immune to fire.
So it's going to be a total of 7 each. They fail.
All right, one of them. Wait, I forgot about Bane. Might make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
That is why I cast it.
Dang.
Yep. So they all failed now. Bane did make the difference. All right. What else do you want to do?
And then I'm going to. I'm going to. Is this the one that's like bloodied and almost dead?
No, the other side.
This one?
Yeah.
And I hit it for like not much, right?
9.
And then this, so this would be. I might as well go ahead and attack the same one. I'm just going to use my cantrip, Chill Touch. .26 hit.
Yep, it's dead. I'm just deleting these wolves because they don't have loot, so make the map less crowded.
It'd be really weird if they did.
Yeah.
3 gold pieces. Let's see, and then I think that's it for my turn.
All right. What's this guy gonna do? Oh, I forgot to make a Ruby make a concentration check. That's okay. I'll make you do it this time. He's gonna try to spear you again. Well, actually, it kept missing you, so it may not have mattered anyway. He does not have flanking, so he missed. Second attack, 16. That misses, right?
Yes.
Alright, he missed spell times again. This guy fucking blows. Okay. Dio, your turn.
Like you're so pissed off at this guy. You fucking suck.
You guys suck.
I mean, there are a lot of them, but
Right. So, can I move diagonally,
yes.
like here?
Yep.
I think it might be worth it for me to try and attack the big guy with a big smite. Maybe.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah. Because I do have that ability on right now.
Hmm.
So I should have advantage against him on all my attacks.
Yeah, because of Vow of Enmity.
Yeah.
So go for it. Yep, they both hit. I'm assuming you want to smite on the one that's a crit, right?
I definitely do.
So you can
Yes.
double it all.
That's right, and I'm gonna pump my last second level spell into it.
So that's 3d8 times
Yeah.
2. So
right.
68.
Yeah.
It'll take 0 from the boar pick, but it will take 68 radiant damage.
Yes, that's a worthy sacrifice.
Yep, he's almost dead. Did you want to smite both attacks?
Yeah. Sure.
All
I'll
right.
do that.
So you're going to do first level
First
So-
level.
3d8, right?
That's 3d8, yeah.
Wait, your last one was Wait, his first level is a 3d8, or is it 2d8? I don't remember.
What?
Dan, do you remember? Is a first level smite 3d8?
No, I don't remember.
Or is it
2d8. It's 2d8.
Okay, so we did it right. So, yeah, that's...
It might change depending on what level your character is too. Like, I can't remember that.
Well, these guys are not undead, so I know it doesn't do extra, but regardless, that's 11. He had 10 HP left, so he's dead.
Alright.
Both of your war pick hits just
Did
hit
nothing.
just tapped him, did absolutely nothing. But then radiant energy shot out of your weapon into his body and just melted him and
Yep.
crumples to the ground.
I like to imagine you hit him, and it doesn't really hurt him, and he kind of like smiles until it explodes, and he's like, "What?"
Yeah.
Anime
Yeah,
style.
right.
Just
Yeah.
Yes. It's perfect.
It's like, what? What is this? Oh no.
Nani?
Yep. Alright, this guy's gonna...
No, but you're already dead.
Yeah.
Does 16 hit you, Dio?
No.
Oh, he's gonna miss both attacks on you then. Because he's no longer flanking. Because you killed the guy in front of you.
Yeah.
So now it's
That's
Burl's
one way
turn.
of solving it.
Oh, he also has to do the other thing.
The one that is standing right in front of me, I'm going to cast Charm Person. It has
Okay.
a DC 15 Wisdom save, but it has advantage because it's fighting.
It rolled exactly 15.
Okay. That is unfortunate. And I will, seeing that Ruby down here has been surrounded and getting battered,
Mm-hmm.
will use my bonus action to Balm of the Summer Court again toward Ms. Ruby for 3d6. Or you heal 8 hit points plus gain 3 temporary hit points.
Okay.
You can just add that to normal HP if you want. It's Not gonna matter, I don't think.
You said 8 hit points and 3 temp.
Yep. So
Okay.
11 effectively.
That's gonna raise me to 38.
And what do you want to do with your elemental?
Move to, I guess, here?
Okay.
This is a werewolf here, yes?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, move to here and get the beat.
Alright, let me get this little macro. It's a hit and a 13 fire damage.
Right.
And he was at 2, so he's dead.
Alright, then the wolf to the south. Take the next strike.
I think it's 12 hits. No, it doesn't, actually. It missed. Finally. They have a 13 AC. They have a higher AC than the werewolves.
There you go. Alright.
Wait. The wolves have a higher AC?
Yeah?
Jeez.
Probably just because maybe because they're smaller. I don't
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's probably. I mean, they do have less health.
They're more dexterous, but they have way less health, and they're not immune to normal weapons.
Right.
But
Alright.
this wolf's gonna try to bite. Nope. It's a fail. This guy's dead. Ruby's turn.
Okay. Do you guys think we should try to not kill their leader, or do you think we, since it can talk,
He's already
do you
dead.
think we should
No,
kill
I
it?
already. Dio
Oh.
already killed him. It's fine.
Okay. Sorry, on my screen that I didn't see the X on him. I see the.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's
You
only
just.
the guy above
The fist,
me
yeah.
that's within
Right.
walking distance.
There's just weapon Dio.
Yep.
Swain, what are the things around you? Are those werewolves also, or just wolves?
Those are plain old wolves.
Okay. Do you want help up there? Or,
I mean, I'm good.
okay. Then I guess I will do an attack on the wolf north of me with my warhammer. No, not with my warhammer. Let me see what I got. That's not. Yeah, I don't have a silver weapons.
Hit him with a cantrip.
I'll hit him with Sacred Flame then. Alright, DC 15 is what.
That was on the werewolf.
Yeah, he's got to do a dexterity save.
He
I'm
failed.
sure he's got pretty decent dex. Okay.
Yep, so he takes 6 radiant damage. And are you gonna
then
do
I'll
yours?
hit him with my
Yep.
bonus action, spiritual.
That'll actually. You're attacking. Yeah, that'll hit, because Dio is flanking with it.
Okay, so it gets advantage. So it's
Yeah.
24. Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, so we'll take 8. My house rule is that a spiritual weapon can gain the advantage of flanking because the person's distracted, but it doesn't grant other people flanking because it's not actually a person. And people can't attack it, so that's at least how I do it.
Interessant. Alright, so there's that.
Alright, this guy's gonna come at Swain, this wolf. They're trying to eat you. It's a 14. Not gonna
It's
hit.
not.
This werewolf is gonna make a saving throw. He failed. He's gonna.
Does he need to take a D12?
That's the other guy. This guy takes 3d8.
Oh, okay, sorry.
This guy's gonna try to flank. It's freaking too many bodies. Okay, he's baned. He's gonna flank and attack Dio.
Yeah.
He rolled a 23, so let's see what the Bane does. Nope, 22 still hits.
Yep, does.
So Dio, you take 10 piercing damage, and you need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And his second attack is going to miss.
Say 10.
Yep, 10 piercing and a con save.
Alright.
And then it's Ireena's turn. You've got a werewolf below you and a regular wolf next to you.
So do I add 2 to that? Wait a minute.
It's a con.
Crap, yeah, I rolled
Yeah.
the wrong thing.
It's fine, yeah, just roll the con.
There
Okay,
we
that's
go.
much better.
Okay.
Yep, that'll hit. And it's silver, so it's gonna mess it up. Let's see, 21. It's looking pretty rough now. Yeah, you can do that. So that's that is not sneak attack because you only do it once a turn, but it is gonna hit. And oh yeah, your offhand doesn't do your modifier, so that's yeah. So it's almost dead. The wolf is almost dead. Both of them you hit are almost dead actually, but anything else? Alright, now Tommy, this guy's gonna make a save for your spell.
Okay.
He rolled a 12.
Okay. So he will take an extra 4 damage.
Oh, he's barely still alive. But he's still just racking his brain. Get out of my head, Charles.
Now see, earlier, if I would have rolled it right, that was a 6, and I probably would have killed him.
Yeah.
It's okay though.
Dan, what's your save DC for your thing? Is it 15?
AC for my thing.
For your
What?
Spirit Guardians, the DC is it 15 or 14?
It is 15.
Okay, this guy failed. He's gonna take 9. He has 2 HP left, but he's gonna attack Ireena. There we go. He'll bite you with a 6 and claw you with a 19. Does 19 hit? I think it does. On Ireena.
19's gotta hit. I can't imagine her having more.
But he rolled super low, so Ireena, you're gonna take 4 slashing damage.
Alright, you do our thing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, like, yes,
Yes,
yes.
19 does hit.
Oh, sorry, yeah. So 4 slashing damage for Ireena. Its other attack missed you. And then this guy up here is going to keep trying to hit Burl. He's going to bite you with a 6 and claw you with a 10. Okay. That guy's useless. Alright,
I'm just
just
gonna reach out with my staff and boop him on the nose.
get back. Get back.
Back.
This wolf's gonna attack Ireena with advantage. Ooh, that's a critical hit. So, Ireena, you take 12 piercing damage as this wolf bites your leg, and you need to make a strength saving throw. You succeeded, so it does not pull you to the ground, but you do take 12 damage. And now it's Swain's turn. Surrounded by wolves, but he doesn't even care.
Nope.
Doesn't even care.
You know what? I'm just gonna do this. Not an. What if I could get? That's not what I want to do.
Oh.
Let's see. If I move, they're gonna get attacks of opportunity on me.
Yep.
I'm gonna have my homeboy here hit these two with a cone,
All right, roll it.
kind of like aimed out this direction, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And wait, do any of these three have damage on them?
No.
Okay. So then that's gonna be. Excuse me. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, I'm an idiot.
All right, see if you can roll an 11 on your damage.
Let's pull it up. Boom.
They have
Awesome.
11 HP, and they all failed.
Oh my god.
And you're hitting, or you're hitting these two to your right, right?
Yes.
They both, yeah, they're both dead. I'm just gonna delete them.
Okay. And then I'm going to touch that guy.
All right, you gonna pet it? That's 11. It's dead. Wait. They have they have 13 AC. Never mind. He survives. They have higher.
What?
They have a higher AC than the werewolf somehow.
I rolled a friggin'. Oh wait, hold up. Can I? What is my action?
You could use your your portent.
I don't know that I want to use my portent, but I was like, if I took the lucky feat, I would have used that just for flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that is fine. Move him back a little bit, and then that's it for me.
Dio.
Come on,
Yes.
Dio. Is this the last one? No, there's two wolves left, aren't there?
Right,
One
yep.
werewolf and one wolf. Okay.
I was trying to turn off everyone's nameplates. It's not
Yeah.
working.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't see anyone except for Alice. Wait. Yeah, they're all there, I guess.
Like I can't. So. Oh boy.
There's a werewolf above and below you, and the one below you is
Yeah.
baned.
Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else I can do?
Oh.
So 30 feet. Ireena, Ruby, Alistair, maybe? Or oh my god. Okay.
It does that when I'm updating your tokens, but continue.
Yeah, that's weird. Okay. So I think I'm gonna cast. So rather than smiting,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna cast Battle Cry.
All right.
So, oh, it didn't link it. Come on.
You may have to do the like shouldn't send to VTT or whatever it is.
That's what I tried to do, and it's not doing anything. It might be lagging or some shit.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So what does it do?
so until the start of my next turn, the first time each turn that a creature that you or a creature friendly to you makes a melee attack, that creature has advantage on the attack. Oh wait, it's a bonus action, so I can just still attack.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll go ahead and attack, I suppose.
All right. You have advantage.
So, does Bane affect? I don't think Bane affects like anything combat related, right?
Just their attacks, not your attacks.
Okay. In that case, I'll attack the guy up top, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, my roll 20 is frozen.
Oh, huh.
Hmm.
Refresh, refresh.
I think I might need to refresh. Yeah.
Hmm. What is
'Cause-
your what is your chance to hit on your attack?
I what?
What is your attack roll? Is it +8, +7?
+8. I mean, let me reload and see if that does anything.
I'll just go ahead and roll. Okay, you're gonna hit. Do you want to? I'm assuming you want to smite, right?
Well, yeah, it's the only way I can do damage.
Okay, and that's 2d8, right?
Yeah.
You need to get a 7 to kill this guy. It's an 8. He's dead.
Oh, just enough.
And you get another attack. Do you want to attack the guy below you?
Well, I am out of spell slots, so no.
Oh, so you wouldn't do anything. So yeah.
I can't do anything anymore.
All right, so you're gonna
Attack wise.
stay there, I assume.
Yeah, might as well be the tank. Try and soak up some damage, maybe.
All right, Burl.
Well, I'm just gonna do what I did a moment ago. And just hold on up here. Same thing. This guy again.
Charm person. All right.
DC 15, but he has advantage.
Okay, now I'm back in the game, I think. Yeah.
He rolled a 16.
Well, all right.
They can roll well on that, just not on attacks.
Nope, never on the tags.
All right.
And I'm gonna stay right here and
Fire elemental.
have the elemental keep on beating. Is there still things to beat on?
Yeah, there's a werewolf above it, and there's a regular wolf to its left.
All right. Well, let's start on the werewolf.
All right, let me click this thing. That's a hit. That's a 10. 10 fire damage. You want to attack it again?
It's still standing.
It is. It's a 19 to hit and a 15 fire damage. It's almost dead.
All right.
And now it's Ruby's turn.
I guess I'm gonna just put a
Now
warhammer
remember,
in
you-
this wolf.
You've got
What? Go ahead.
advantage. I was just saying you got advantage because of battle cry.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the elemental did too. Let me see if you got
Yep.
any crits.
Yeah.
Nope. Okay.
All right. So next to me, it's only the wolf below, right?
There's a wolf below. There's a werewolf to your right.
Okay,
Yeah.
that one is alive. All right. Just want
Mhm.
to make sure. All
Yeah,
right.
he's-
So I'm going to attack the werewolf. Well, yeah, might as well attack the wolf. I'm gonna use another cantrip. I'm gonna use Sacred Flame again.
Okay, he's gonna make a dex save.
Yep.
He got an 8, so he failed.
Okay.
And which one did you hit? The werewolf?
Werewolf. Yeah.
He had 4 HP, so he's dead.
Great.
That was not good damage.
Yep.
Hey
Perfect.
man, that was killer damage.
Yeah.
That was the damage we were looking for.
And what do you want to
Can't
do with
can't
your
argue.
weapon? Your hammer.
Hammer. So this right here is this one
It's a werewolf, yeah.
alive and it's a werewolf. All right.
Yeah,
so
right below you is a
that's-
regular wolf, and down here is a werewolf.
So 5, 10, 15, 20. All right. So if it makes a wide around, so that wolf doesn't really. Well, I don't even have to worry about attack of opportunity.
Yeah, nothing can attack it.
All right. So move my hammer down there beside that wolf. That
All right.
werewolf. Sorry, werewolf.
Alright, roll your
And I'll
attack.
go ahead and roll that.
He's dead.
12.
Killed 2 werewolves in 1 turn.
Hey.
I think there's only
And
1
that's my turn.
werewolf left standing now.
Is the one that Tommy stunned is still standing?
Oh, it is actually, yeah, but it has 2 HP. I just assume it's going to keep being stunned till it dies. Okay, this wolf's going to try to bite Tommy again. It's a 12. It's not going to hit.
That's a whiff.
That guy's dead. Now it's Ireena's turn.
Whoa, whiff.
Is this a werewolf in front of me?
It's a regular wolf.
Oh, okay.
And all the werewolves around you are dead now.
Okay. How's that look?
Yep, that'll do it. It's dead. Just going to delete it. What else do you want to do?
Let's see, what else can I see? There's another guy up here,
You can see a wolf trying to bite Swain up there.
right up here, okay. And I'm gonna head this direction.
How high up is that incline?
Maybe 5 feet or so.
Jumpable?
When you have a 20 dex, it's probably jumpable.
It's actually your strength.
That's true, athletics, yeah. I guess you could flip up the side of it with acrobatics. Cartwheel.
Yeah.
Tommy, roll your d12. You need to roll a 2.
Alright,
Alright, this werewolf that you cast that spell on is now dead.
Ah!
It
Got
kept, it kept failing its saves until it
The
died.
whole time until it died.
Yeah.
Just kept up with a massive migraine.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to. Is the guy in front of me alive?
Yeah, that wolf there is alive. It's trying to, and failing to try to
I'm
bite.
gonna use my bonus action to dig.
Okay, you can do that.
I think Ireena gets advantage from battle cry as well, I believe.
Yeah, so you'll have advantage on this attack. It won't be sneak attack, but it'll be 6 piercing.
Well, it should only just it should die, right? Because it's the offhand attack.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I think it's just
1. Oh well. It helps. It's probably because I reset your token accidentally. It should fix itself, I would think. It's supposed to fix
Right.
itself. Alright, this last werewolf's gonna keep trying to hit Burl. There's nothing you can do but just try to bite you. That's a 7
a what?
and a 17. His second hit's a 17.
Nope.
Still doesn't hit.
Yeah. Looping right on the nose.
Alright.
Down, boy. Down, boy.
Alright, Tommy, what do you want to do?
We're just standing here, like, I'm trying to charm him. He's just like, no, I want to bite you. No, I want you to be my friend. I just want to be want to be friends with you, Druid.
I just want to be friends. Okay, I guess. Is this guy looking? Well, he got what? He was looking worse for wear.
No, he has 10 out of 11.
Hit points.
Yeah. So he's hardy. He's sturdy.
How's that guy looking?
He looks bloody, but he's not on the ropes.
Okay. I guess I'm just going to. Well, dang. Everybody's up here checkerboarding, making it. I don't want to hit anybody. I guess I'm just going to chill touch this guy.
All right, roll a 10.
Wait, is he something up with him?
No. Let's see if
Oh,
you
you're
roll
talking
10.
about the damage. Okay,
Yeah.
I was like, what do you mean roll a 10? Oh,
Okay.
that's only 1d8. Crap.
Yeah,
Why
you have
did
to
I
roll
do
to
that?
hit too.
Oh, here. Okay, there it is. Sorry, I hit the wrong button.
That does not hit. Again, he has
A
13
12
AC.
again? Jesus. Okay.
It would have killed it too.
He's gonna fly up here and he's gonna fire breathe that guy.
All right.
And that's gonna be.
That's a 12. I think that fails, right?
Yeah, because it's gotta be 15.
So he takes 9 fire damage.
Yeah.
All right. Dio.
Well, out of spell slots. There's only one wolf to kill now, right?
Mhm. One wolf and one werewolf, I believe that's it.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm just gonna get up here.
Yep.
Think that's it.
All right, Burl, you're up.
Do it again.
All right, he's gonna
Do
roll
it
again. He rolled a 9. He failed.
Woo!
He now regards you as a friendly acquaintance.
Alright. So, when I feel that magic finally take hold, I'm just going to call out, I got one of them that'll probably talk to us. He's standing here next to me, and I'm going to, like, reach out and, like, rub his head, like, good boy, good boy. My giant giant elephant hand. And then I guess this guy is gonna go to here.
Okay, he's made of fire, so I can assume he can go up that little incline.
Probably speed's 40 also, but
Jeez.
and then run up there and finish off that wolf.
All right, let me click this
Is that
macro.
all that's left? Is that wolf and that werewolf?
Yep, that's all you can see.
Alright.
It's a 23 to hit and a 16 fire damage, so it's dead. Just Swain is over here trying to use his necromancy to kill this wolf, and it keeps biting his armor and doing nothing. And then this giant fire elemental just floats up this hill over to it, and then just reaches its hand down and just scorches it to death. And yeah, that's it. What do you want to say to this werewolf that's charmed?
Alright. Is anybody else here in these caves?
Yeah, there's the children are up there, and the wives that stay here, and old Skinnis, he can't fight. He watches over the wolves that are here, trains them.
What
Oh,
what
that's Skinnis right there. He's dead. Walks over to him.
He just ran away.
What
He just ran out.
Oh, there he is. He's dead.
Oh, look over there.
You should ask them if they're like kidnapping kids.
what
What-
that's what I was
all
about to say is like, what are y'all doing with the kids you take?
Well, Kirill, he's kind of got a messed up way of doing things. He takes these kids and, by the way, he turned back into a human, I guess, because
Sure.
he can't talk well as a werewolf. He says, he's got these, brings these kids, and let's see if I can do this cool thing to flip this thing over. Multi-sided. Oh, it has 4 sides. That's crazy. Okay, there we go.
It's a double face token.
It's a quadruple face token. As a male and female human, and a wolf form and a werewolf form.
Wild.
So he says, yeah, he takes these kids and makes them fight to the death, and the last one standing, he says they're strong enough to join the pack, so we bite him and turn him into a werewolf. But Emil, he was the second biggest wolf in the pack. He thought that we needed to keep all the kids because the numbers matter. But Kirill thought it was too hard to feed them all, so he wanted to make them fight. Emil tried to take over the pack, but Kirill came back a few days later. This is a couple of months ago. Came back a few days later with a bunch of these big dire wolves. And he said that Strahd wasn't happy with Emil trying to take over the wolf pack. And these dire wolves were pretty terrifying looking. So they took Emil back to Castle Ravenloft. I don't know what Strahd's doing to him, but nobody else is gonna try to challenge Kirill now.
Where's Carol at?
He
Or is he dead?
he's He walks over here.
Down at the bottom of this cave.
oh yeah, he's dead. That's him right there. He's
Okay.
dead.
So who's going to be in charge now of the wolf pack?
That's a good question.
Kevin Nash.
Are you all
His-
that's left?
He's having trouble figuring out what to do because the magic prevents him from hating you, but he just killed all of his people.
Are you all that's left?
No, there's the wives up there and the children.
What do you mean the wives? Are they werewolves like you?
There's four of them. The Emil's wife, she's Kirill almost ate her, but she convinced him to leave her alive. She's usually watches over the kids in the cages, and there's a few other wives that are stay around here to watch the cave. They're up further in the caves probably, unless they're dead.
So are the kids werewolves right now, or are they just human?
There's one. We got one youngin that we bit not too long ago. Those other kids they're waiting. We just took them from Kresk, and Kirill's gonna make them fight.
So
he
what
was
about the
till he
wives? Are the wives
killed.
human, or are the wives werewolves?
They're werewolves. We're all werewolves except for the kids that haven't been transformed yet.
Well, we came here to get these kids and take them back to their homes. We sure would like it if you helped us do that.
You're gonna.
It wasn't you that wanted to kidnap the kids, right? How do you feel about that?
I think they both had a good point. I think it makes my stomach crawl thinking about making kids fight each other. But Emil's or Kirill's right that it'd be hard to feed all those mouths. But I guess most of our pack's dead now, so it's not a problem.
But if we take the kids back to their homes and you stop kidnapping them, you also don't have to worry about feeding them.
So if Kirill's dead, does that make you the new leader of this pack?
Maybe, unless one of those other werewolf wives tells me otherwise.
I think what we ought to do is we just go back there and we tell them that Kirill's dead. You're not. You're the new leader of this pack. And you've decided that you're going to send those kids out with us. How's that sound?
All right. He walks down here and he picks up Kirill's spear. It's covered in blood. And he comes back and says, "All right, that sounds that sounds agreeable.
Cool.
Sounds agreeable, friend." Starts
Uh,
walking away.
All right. Lead the way.
He says, "By the way, the offerings to Mother Night, those are cursed. That's why we don't hardly even guard them. I don't recommend touching those."
What offerings was he talking about?
Did he worship Mother Night?
Can you tell me more about that?
Are you guys going to keep concentration on the fire elemental and the spirit guardians, or should I turn them off?
Yeah, I'll do that for at least
Yeah,
until the 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm going to keep the elemental until I can't anymore. I think it is 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure.
Also.
Because
May
if
as
we
well.
walk in here and he's like, "Here's all the ladies," they attack
and that's
us.
an hour.
We still
Mhm.
have that guild bar.
The fire elemental lasts for an hour, so yeah, I'm going to keep that up in case these wives turn on us.
Yeah, sure. Is that right in there?
All right.
I
Can
cannot
you
get
guys see
too
in there?
close to him, because I don't want to declare him being.
Well, you
Yeah,
can
a friend.
decide. You can decide if you want it to hurt him or not.
Okay, I guess it is something I can turn off and on at any point.
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to keep
Okay.
the fire elemental about 15 feet behind me.
All right.
Up in this.
I'll move.
Up
I'll move Ireena up here. And I guess your spiritual weapon, sure. How long does spiritual weapon last?
Let me look at that real quick. Spiritual weapon is.
So, yeah.
Spiritual weapon's gone. It says that its duration is 1 minute. So
Okay, so it's gone.
that's
so-
essentially 6 turns. So I need to keep count on it. 'Cause that was more. 6 turns.
It probably
since I
wasn't.
counted.
Probably wasn't way more than 6 turns, because the turns
No,
were
I
really
don't think it was
long.
way more.
There was
Yeah.
so many people, yeah. So these rough-hewn stairs lead down into a torchlit cave. You see wide-eyed children behind wooden bars. They stare at you in terrified silence. There are 6 wooden cages. Their lids shut with heavy rocks. 2 of the cages are empty, and the others hold a pair of frightened children. There's a crude wooden statue between the cages, right there. It has the likeness of a wolf-headed woman, and she's draped in garlands of vines and night flowers. And piled around her feet looks like various treasures, gems, gold, and silks and stuff like that. There's a woman in shredded clothes that's kneeling before the statue. And then behind the statue you can see 2 maggot-ridden corpses hanging from iron shackles bolted to the wall. And this guy says, "Zulika, my friend over here, he killed Kirill. Here's his spear here. They said they need to take these kids back to their town." And she stands up and turns around and just looks stunned.
Is this the one that Kirill was going to eat?
Yeah.
I was asking where the
Oh.
other guy.
Yeah, that's Emil's wife.
Well, she's not going to get eaten now.
She says, I am no friend to Kirill. I'm grateful. Just please don't kill me."
We're going to... Which of these kids is a werewolf?
Let me check his name. What was his name? Ilya. Nope. Yeah, Ilya.
Is that the son of the person?
She points at one of the boys. Ilya here. He won Kirill's disgusting fight, and Kirill bit him and turned him to a werewolf. And yeah,
So,
that is indeed the name of the burgomaster's son.
okay. Well, let's start releasing them, and I'm gonna go up to this kid, and I'm gonna give him have him drink the water that I brought with me from that well that's supposed to remove curses, and see if that helps.
Okay.
Will it help, or did we decide that wouldn't help?
It's a lesser restoration.
So this wouldn't work. Dan would actually need to cast remove curse on him.
Yeah.
Okay. I will let Ruby know that this kid needs a remove curse spell if he handle that.
I can.
She says, I will help you free these children. Please do not get close to the statue. It is cursed.
I can remove curse on. I can do this one time.
Yeah, we need to do it on the kid.
Yeah, one kid is, according to her, one kid is turned. He
So
looks
all
normal
curses
now, but
affecting one creature or object. So I can, if we want, I can cure the kid tomorrow if we take the kid with us, and I can remove the curse on the statue. That you said the statue's also cursed.
that's a stronger type of curse. You probably wouldn't be able to remove that.
Okay.
So let's
Then-
take all the kids with us, remove the curse on that one, and head back to town. And then once we leave the cave, we'll decide if we're going to come back in and kill these two werewolves, I guess.
Why did you spare, what's his name gonna be? Isaac. Why did you spare Isaac here?
Well,
Because he was willing to talk to us.
She says, well, I am willing to talk to you too. Please don't kill me.
Well, right now we're not going to kill you. We're going to escort these kids back safely. And if you don't want us to kill you, then you need to not kidnap children and stuff.
We will never do that again, right? Right, Isaac? Yeah, sure, if that's what my friend wants. He's just looking at Burl. If that's what you want.
I'm gonna step up to her and say, you would do well to remind your friend Ida in the future if perhaps his memory is a bit shady and he forgets to honor his commitments. Just remind him that he's done good deeds today and could continue to do so in the future. Yes?
Yes, of course, it'd be suicide for us to attack the town now anyway. I
So
won't
I also
won't
rolled
let
a
the
20 on insight. Is she being truthful with me?
um
I
you
feel
gather
like she's
you gather that she kind of cares about the kids, but it's more so that she hates Kirill, and she's glad that you killed him.
But as far as the when asking her, hey, you're not going to come and kidnap kids anymore, are you? And she said, no, we're never going to do that again.
Yeah, she seems truthful.
Okay, cool. Then I guess we can take these kids and head out.
Before we do go, it was mentioned that some of your pack had interactions with the vampire lord Strahd. Is that correct?
Yes, Kirill had made some kind of dark bargain with him. They took my husband away to Castle Ravenloft.
What do you, given the events that have transpired here today, how do you see that unfolding with Mr. Strahd in the future? Do you believe that he will come here seeking information of people and they don't turn up?
I don't know. I don't know who you are. If any of you speak to him, please tell him to let my husband free.
We are on no allied terms with this Strahd fella, but we do know that he is not a kind fella, and you might do well to find yourselves in a place where he's not seen you before, so that he's unhappy with the way things went here today. That he doesn't take it out on you, you know.
She says,
werewolves in D&D... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
she says, if the Dark Lord wants to come down here and if he wants to take the trouble to come down here and deal with a few widows, then that's a risk we'll have to take. I hope he won't.
Himself, he may, it seems to me he may have many emissaries amongst this world, and even if he doesn't come himself, doesn't mean he doesn't come.
Well, he already has my husband hostage. There's nothing I can do. I will. If he tries to kill me, I'll fight. And if I die, then I die.
Fair enough.
Do werewolves in D&D like transform against their will under a full moon and go on murder sprees?
It's kind of vague in Ravenloft. They can transform at will, but I'm not sure how the full moon affects it.
I was gonna say, I don't know if these people can actually be a member of society and stay human or what. But
Probably not.
yeah. Gotcha. Okay. Well, stay on our good side. Don't be taking people. And then we won't have to come and kill you. And hopefully Strahd doesn't kill you. And if we are able to locate your husband and set him free, then that's the thing that will happen.
If you were able to do that, I would be extremely grateful. But no one defies Strahd like that and survives.
Well, every day has its dawn, I suppose, and everything has to come to an end at some point. It's all a matter of when. Anyway, we should probably go. These kids are probably freaking out.
Yeah, they all look.
That's all
Yeah, they all
wide-eyed.
look pretty terrified. Pretty much as terrified as the kids that you say from the hacks.
Well,
Pretty much.
yeah.
So we'll take them. Make sure they're all from. Are they all from Kresk? Do they know who they are and who their parents are and all that?
4 of them are from Kresk. You don't know about the other 4.
Like, they don't know where they're from, or they're not telling us where they're from, or
It's not easy to get any information out of them. They're traumatized.
okay.
We'll need to wait.
They've also been sitting in these cages next to rotting bodies for weeks while they're
Yeah.
devoured by maggots. So,
Well, I can use prestidigitation to clean them all up. Make
okay,
them smell.
yeah.
Do they look?
Hey, their trauma's gone.
No, the stank is gone. It's more for us than them, honestly.
Yeah.
Do they look
I
underfed
feel
and
like in
emaciated?
this world, like, this situation is not going to be the worst thing that happens to them in their life.
Probably.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Joe, what were you saying?
Do they look underfed and emaciated?
Yes.
Yeah.
Good bear race.
But we do have amongst our party 10 good berries that we can
Right.
Yeah.
share.
Yep.
I'll give mine to this kid that is the son of the guy that, as he walks over, I'm like, hey, you're this person? Yeah, eat this, and then talk to that chick, and then she'll remove hers.
Okay.
And then, yeah.
Yeah. You want me to go ahead and cast that? I can go ahead and cast it.
That's what?
Remove curse.
Remove curse. Curse. Remove curse.
Tommy, did you need to go play with your meat or anything? Or did you already do it?
I've been doing it this whole time, but I
Oh,
do
okay.
need to go pull it off now and wrap it, so I'm going to need maybe 5 minutes.
Alright, well, now's a good time.
Stop it quick. Okay, I'll be back.
So I will say, like, as we leave the cave, as we're walking out,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna like walk up with Ruby, and yeah, Ruby, that curse removal thing. Can you do that again?
Not until I take a long rest. I could do it several times if I didn't have to use my spells in battle, but I'll have to wait till after a long rest to use any of them.
Well, uh, I think I got bit while we were in there, and felt pretty wrong afterwards.
Did you
First,
fail? Did you fail a saving throw?
like right at the beginning of that first fight,
Mm-hmm.
I
And
got bit.
Ruby, you also failed a saving throw too.
Okay,
So both of you are now infected with lycanthropy.
nice.
So you have maybe a week before it starts showing bad symptoms.
I can definitely make sure I use remove curse on our entire party just to be sure.
And if you guys didn't have a cleric, you would be pretty screwed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Does anybody know how this werewolf curse affects the folk?
I think you turn into a werewolf, like those people in the cave.
Yeah, but what sort of control do you have over
Imagine not too
Don't
much.
know. They l- live a pretty horrible lifestyle in a cave, so it's got to do something to them.
yourself? Yeah, those are not that great. Well, let's get to moving on out of here.
All right, you guys travel back to Kresk, and when you get to the gates, the guards go, "They brought the kids back. Go get the burgomaster. Open the doors."
How long were we away?
One
Uh,
evening.
Yeah, it was like an evening. Yeah.
I think you guys went in the morning, so it's probably
Yeah.
2 o'clock maybe. Most of which is travel time, of course.
Pretty good turnaround.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty, that battle lasted 10 minutes.
I know.
Before
Yeah.
we went in that cave.
I know.
So the burgomaster, of course, is thrilled that you saved his son and that you cured his curse. He's even more happy.
Yeah.
He says, how can I thank you? I I can give you a house here in town, or I can give you gold. I have some gold. What can I do?" And his wife is just in tears, of course.
Is he handsome or old or what is his thing?
He is short and fat and bald.
Okay. His wife even shorter, fatter, and bald.
That's what they look like.
I feel like a house would be a grand benefit to us as it stands. We have no place to call home.
And some food.
Maybe he'd be interested in offering us passage to this mill
The
abbey
abbey.
that we're without the bards.
If you want to go to the abbey, I will allow it, but that seems like a bad idea. I will warn you, but I won't stop you if that's what you want.
Could you give us some backup? Some of the guards to go in there with us?
I don't think any of my guards would be willing to go.
Oh, then we'll take your kid back. I'm kidding. Ruby wouldn't say that.
He says, "I would go, just to repay you for what you've done, but I'm not a good fighter. I've never fought a ghost. And
No, not many people have.
if the rumors are true that the abbot is Strahd in disguise, then we would all be killed anyway.
I think if he really was Strahd in disguise, something would have happened to this town a long time ago.
You would think so.
And Dio, you take the time and you find out that none of these children are Gertruda.
I was gonna get to that. Yeah,
I
was
assumed,
waiting.
yeah.
Yeah.
None of them are Gertruda.
And Dio's of the opinion that we should go back to the cave and kill everything in there. Probably. Now that we have got the kids out.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Dio, I understand your position. Sometimes you just gotta let living things live their lives and do the best they can. If we had a good impact on those folks today, and I feel like there's a reasonable chance they're able to turn their lives around.
Maybe.
You hear Esmeralda say out of her wagon that, nope, the Paladin's right. Should have killed them all.
You know? Perhaps that's true, but we were able to stop the fighting, and they agreed to release these children without any further bloodshed. I'd say that's a pretty good indication that they're willing to do the right thing, even if it's not for the best reason.
Oh.
Is Tommy back yet?
I'm right here. I'm
Okay.
listening.
Alright, I was just
I just,
checking.
I just got back.
Um,
I literally put my headphones on and then heard you
Oh.
say it's time.
nice. Esmeralda says, if any of you are not too beat up, would you come in my wagon for a
I'll
minute?
come in your wagon.
Sorry, what do you mean by not too beat up?
You just fought a bunch of werewolves, right? Some of you look pretty rough.
Yeah.
I mean, not as rough as me. You didn't lose a leg, but
Oh, that's true.
So are we back at the city?
yeah, you're back
Yes.
at Kresk.
And we gave the
And
kids to them?
the only thing that you missed is that the burgomaster said that he could try to give you guys a house or some gold, and they asked if
Give
they
us
could go to
access
the
to
abbey. He said he won't stop you going there, but he warns you against it.
Cool. And then she wants us to come in. Why does she want us to go into her carriage? That sounds like
Well, I
a
don't
little.
know.
That sounds a little pedo to me.
Well, she can't walk, so
Well, yeah.
She's like, if you're not hurt too bad, you want to come into my
I
wagon?
think she is
I just-
missing a leg.
I just imagine Tommy in real life thinks all people in wheelchairs and crippled people are just pedos because they wanted to come to them.
Well, she's like, if you're not hurt too bad. Like, I just imagine we're in the town, we're out walking around, and she's with us, and she just says, well, why don't you guys come on over here and come into my wagon if you're not hurt too bad? Like, why are you trying to get me to get... Is she in her wagon talking to us from inside the wagon?
Yeah, she's shouting out the wagon.
out the window, yeah.
Yeah. You're right.
Oh, okay. See, I thought she was standing next to us and was trying to coax us to come with her into her wagon.
Oh no, she's inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, that's fine. We can head on in. I don't
And
mind.
with if you're not hurt too bad, that threw up the red flag. Like, why?
Yeah, exactly. Like, why does that matter?
Well,
I
maybe we'd
think,
be
like,
tired
she'd
and want
be
to
like,
rest.
yeah, if you're
Yeah.
tired or if you're not injured and need to go somewhere, can I have your time?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Well, I'm down. Yep.
Okay,
That,
so
that is a typical human interaction.
I'm gonna give her back the dagger and say she's got the sword, and I'll point to Ireena.
okay, Esmeralda says, I can't fight right now. You can hold on to it for a while if you want.
Okay.
but she says, so Swain, you go into her wagon, right?
Yeah.
She's got her Taroka cards laid out on her little desk, and she says, while you were gone, I was trying to find out anything I can about this abbey. It's very strange. She says, the fates are strong around you and your friends. You have strong auras. I'm not as good with these cards as some of the elders, but I see shadows. You all have shadows. I see the wizard, the druid, the paladin, the cleric. You all have shadows here, but I don't know what uh, Ireena's shadow is. I don't understand.
Well, it seems to me that this world is nothing but shadows wherever we are. So it doesn't surprise me. I think that everybody has shadows, and I think that if you can't detect Ireena's shadow, maybe don't look to the cards and look to logic instead, because it's obvious that Strahd is the bane of her existence and is her dark shadow lurking over her constantly.
Yes, that could be true.
I have nothing to. Go ahead.
I was thinking this cleric, it could be referring to the abbot, but I don't know. None of the omens are negative toward him.
Do you think that the fate of the cards can ever be altered? Or do they just show you what will be?
I don't take stock in everything that the elders taught me, but they told me that the cards are never wrong, only the interpretation, and I've never seen that to be false.
I just wonder if the cards are never wrong and what they say is to be, then what use are the cards? If they can't help you succeed and overcome the odds of fate, then it's like a mouse that knows it's going to be eaten. I don't see how that helps.
That's
They
why
can't
the cards
change.
are so hard to interpret. They're vague. There are many different many uh, specific things can happen and have the same, or the specific things can be different, and it's just this vague symbol of what happens that stays the same. I don't know. I'm not an expert in divination. I just know how to use these cards. I was taught by my grandmother.
Well, I wasn't being like, I don't know. I guess I was trying to figure out like the cards tell us something. We have to interpret it correctly, but the cards will tell us something and they're never wrong. And I'm trying to see how that can be leveraged. How is it useful? I guess is what I'm saying. You don't detect anything negative coming from this abbey, you said?
Yeah, the abbot. I mean, I, I was trying to figure out these shadows. An abbot could be considered a cleric, right? But there's no evil omens for him. This druid has a very dark omen. I don't not know of any druids in this place though, besides your elephant friend. I hope we don't run across this druid.
Well, okay.
This wizard is its omens. It's neither good or bad. It's a I think it's an omen of madness. There must be a wizard somewhere that's suffering from this. I don't know if it's important that we find him or not, but he's connected to your fate.
A wizard.
Wonder if it's the wizard. Wait,
I don't
what
remember
was
meeting
the
a
name
guy
of
named
what-
Wizard.
no, what was the name of the wizard that was like had a big battle with Strahd and beat him, but then Strahd came back and got him. Said, "Yo, I didn't die, dog."
Mm-hmm. That happened hundreds of years ago.
I wonder
No
if
one
etiquette
knows his
has
name.
anything to do with that wizard.
Good.
So for now, we are looking at heading to the abbey at this point. Correct?
If that's what you guys want to do.
What time of day is it?
About 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, okay, so it's perfect time to just rest and then
Yeah.
head up there. I don't know how you guys are doing on your spell slots. If you want to take a long rest.
I think a long rest because I am spent.
Yeah, I am too.
Okay. So we'll spend. Do we want to go to the abbot at night, or do we want to go during the day, or do we not even think it matters? Do you know? I'm going to ask her. Is it relatively the same
Esmeralda.
amount of safety? Yeah, at night versus
Some
daytime around here, walking around outside the city walls.
there are some monsters of the night that are more powerful at dark and or only come out at dark. I don't know what's in the abbey, but
Well, and also we don't really have dark vision, so any daylight would probably help
So,
companions.
is this the abbey?
yes,
What is this?
Like-
that's also part of the abbey.
Okay,
So this whole fenced-in thing, right?
Yeah.
Where these gates are. That's the whole abbey.
Yeah.
Okay. So, did we find out if the other 4 children were from Kresk, or did we not find anything out? And we exchanged custody to somebody who was going to do that for us.
Yeah, the burgomaster says he'll sort it out for you. He'll make sure he'll try to bring them back home or find a new home, just like the other kids you also brought here that you saved from the hags.
Well, hey, we're secure in the future, man. So,
He's
yeah. Do you
he's-
guys want to hang out here for the rest of the day, take a long rest, do what we need to do, talk to people if we want to talk to people, and head out in the morning to the abbey?
Burgomaster said that as recompense for bringing these children back safely, he offered us lodging here to the town. And certainly since I've been here, I've found no place to call home of any sort. It sure would be nice to have somewhere that I know I can come back to and take some sort of rest without having to hunt through the wilderness.
Oh yeah, we
Find abandoned towers to stay ourselves in.
Yeah, absolutely. Finding a place of
Mhm.
safety was really important. I mean, that's the whole reason for coming here. So, like, I'm absolutely down with that. We can take up residence as long as we need to, because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of options for towns and places to stay and live in safety. You definitely don't want to be staying out in the wilderness outside of the walls of a city.
Nope.
the Baron.
Unless-
Baron says, my sister-in-law, she's a widow. She's old. She lives in a large house by herself. The 2 kids you brought yesterday, we've been housing them there with her. She
Right
has,
here?
yes,
'Cause that's a big house.
sure,
Oh, that's
yeah.
a big house.
She has many more empty rooms there.
Cool.
So, is there any risk of us bringing danger to these people by us staying here? Or anything abroad?
Sure.
I mean,
I mean-
especially if you're here.
Yeah, I mean the
don't think-
burgomaster did ask you right off the bat if you were enemies of Strahd, but once you said you would save his son, he didn't care after that.
But also,
Well,
pretty
I'm
much
saying we're not
everybody is an enemy of Strahd. Like, everybody is a part of his whole. He doesn't care about anybody, you know? And so
Mhm.
at this point, it's like you're the only person that he cares about. So there's honestly some relative safety wherever you are, because he would not want to unleash his whole wrath on a town if you were there and could get hurt.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure that we thought about it in terms of like us having the house that we weren't any other danger.
Well, I mean, we were staying in Barovia for a while, then we moved up to the other town. Like, I mean, we have to stay in a town. You know, we have to be somewhere because you can't really exist outside the walls. There's not a good way for us to live. Like, we can't just go camping. We'll die. This place is
Us-
literally hell.
Yeah, us staying here isn't really going to put them in any more danger than us not staying here.
Yeah, they're in Ravenloft, or Barovia, so they're pretty much just in danger just by being born.
Yeah.
Pretty
I mean,
much,
their
yeah.
kids, their
Mhm.
kids were just kidnapped by wolves.
Yeah.
Like so.
Well,
I mean,
Yeah.
their children were just kidnapped by werewolves, but like you said, that's probably not the worst thing that's even going to happen to them.
Yep.
So, I mean, it's all relative here, which is kind of the goal behind trying to kill Strahd, I guess. So, well, I'm gonna pull this pork while y'all figure out what you want to do
all right.
until the rest
I
of the
think we're
morning.
taking a long rest. Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
gonna go ahead and do the long rest button.
Okay, well, I'll be right back. You
Yeah.
guys do what you need to do.
So we're gonna stay here and just like relax and lounge through the night. Tackle the abbey in the morning.
Yeah, that sounds
Yes.
good.
I think we need to have a night without wounds.
Yeah.
So
Does anyone want to do anything around town besides just, rest the entire time?
so the next day, Ruby, you'll need to remove curse, right, on two of us.
Yeah, I can. Over the next week, I need to move worse. So.
Okay. Sometime over the next week, so we're gonna just kind of ignore that for the next day.
Just don't forget.
Yeah. You do not forget.
I mean, I can do that. The only problem is that it is a spell.
Right.
So removing curse is going to prevent me from doing all but one of my third level spells. So I can completely do that tomorrow, or today, or whatever after the rest. I
Mhm.
can do that. Or does the healing waters up top? Did that have any curse removing stuff?
It's not strong enough to do that.
Okay.
It used to be, but it's lost some of its potency.
So, what we know about this abbey is that it is probably haunted and not a safe place to be, right?
Yeah, but it's hasn't been explored in so long that it's essentially all based on superstition
Okay.
and just tales that have been told from father to son, that kind of thing.
Right.
Yes. The aid spell will.
Does the burgomaster want us to go
do
and
your long
eradicate those werewolves?
Eradicate the what?
The werewolves back in the cave?
I'm sure he would lean toward killing them all, but he'll defer to you guys.
Right.
I mean, you neutered them so much that they're unlikely to be a huge threat anyway.
At least for a long time,
Yeah.
maybe.
I'm gonna grab a beer and a slice of cheesecake on it.
Dang, that sounds good. So, who has the black orbs that you found on that altar in the old bone grinder? Is that Burl that has those? Yep.
Yep.
Black orbs? I don't even remember that.
So, while they're gone, um, over the night, you're going to have a dream, Burl. And
Right.
in this dream, you see all around you stars, darkness. It's kind of like you're floating in space. And you can see the space around you kind of warping, and you can feel something tightening around you and crushing you. It looks like the space is warping like in the shape of like a coil that's crushing your body, but not like an extreme amount of pain, just kind of slowly taking your breath out. And you can just see all these stars all around you, and you just hear uh, a faint voice that just says, "Come to me, come to me," and it squeezes harder and harder. Come to me. Are you gonna do anything in the stream?
Like you said I feel like I'm being constricted,
Yeah,
but I'm also being beckoned.
that's what the voice says.
Do I see anything?
You can just see space around you, blackness with stars, and you can see the space is like warping in the shape of coils.
So, like, am I standing on ground or just
No, you're just floating.
All right, got my Guinness and peanut butter cheesecake.
if I try to break the restraints?
Um, make a strength check, I guess. Strength save. Whatever.
Save?
Yeah, they're probably the same, but yeah, strength save, sure. Alright,
What are
20.
you strength saving?
It's in a dream.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
So as you're struggling against the coils, they tighten even more, and you start to lose the breath in your lungs. And it feels like your bones are starting to bend. You can just hear this soft voice, "Come to me, come to me." And in the distance you see one of these stars, looks like it's coming closer to you, like almost like a shooting star. And you can see in the space around it, it just looks like there's a wiggling, warping shape that's almost like a snake or something that's moving through space toward the star. And as it gets closer to you, you can see an image inside the light of the star. And it's kind of blinding, but you can faintly see the image of a mountain that's covered in snow. And you can see that image inside the star, and it kind of passes by you and just keeps flying. And then
I will myself to follow it.
you can try, but the bonds are still too strong on you. You can't move.
Okay.
And you wake up in the bed that you were in, that you slept in this widow's house. But you just feel this weird paralysis in your limbs. Make a Constitution saving throw, I guess. Yeah, we'll go with that. Constitution. Okay, so you start to get more feeling in your limbs, and you start to panic a little bit because you can't move. It's like a sleep paralysis, basically. But after about 5 minutes or so, you can start to move your arms and your neck, and eventually you can move your body again. And since you're in tune with magic, you can kind of feel some kind of effect coming from the orbs that you have on you. Like they had some kind of effect on you.
When you say effect on him, do you mean the effect was causing it or curing it?
You don't know.
Okay.
Unless you want to make a check for it. You can make a religion check. It's going to be hard, but you might figure something out. You're not sure. It's creepy. That's all you know. It was kind of a mixed message too.
Yeah, a bit.
Okay. Yeah. It was like stay still, but
Yeah.
saw an image of a snowy mountain. Does that look familiar at all? I mean, I know that there are snowy
Um,
mountains near here, but I've not been to
it
that.
it didn't specifically ring a bell, but it pretty much looked like it could be in Barovia.
Okay.
It did not, of course, look like Ravnica because Ravnica does not have mountains, at least on the surface.
Yeah. Hmm. So
I'm
Okay. So, Tommy, Esmeralda's gonna come to you and say that, um, I tried to draw this prosthetic I had. If you can make something for me, I will, I will give you. I have these spell scrolls. I know you're a wizard. I will trade you these spell scrolls if you can build the leg for me. I don't
That's
expect it
great.
right away, but
No, absolutely. But yeah, that sounds great.
okay.
I
So
like building things and learning spells, so it's perfect.
she has a major image scroll and a remove curse scroll,
Oh God,
and you can
yeah.
roll make a tinker's tools check to start working on her prosthetic.
Okay.
And it does say that she has those scrolls in her wagon, so she's gonna try to trade them to you.
So I just need to make a D20 plus intelligence.
Yeah, plus proficiency.
So that's just basically the same as a religion check for me. So
Yeah. So yeah, you got a pretty good start. Her drawings weren't really that helpful besides the basic shape, but you get started
shape
on
that
it.
looks like a leg.
Yeah, basically. You get started on something that might work pretty well.
Nope.
And then, is there anything else anyone else wants to do?
I gotta grab a butter knife. I'm so sorry.
I will. So when I wake up from this dream, finally get my senses to me. Um, I'm gonna spend some time in prayer with Saloon, who's the goddess of dreams and imagination or some such,
Mm-hmm.
and just sort of the moon and dreams
Okay.
and goodly lycanthropes.
Oh, nice.
Mm. And try to just sort of look for some sort of guidance in interpreting these strange occurrences and any sort of insight on what this might mean for me, and do I get the sense that I need to rid myself of these orbs, or is this something I need to be pursuing?
I'll let you make a insight check or a religion check. Okay. Your intuition is that while these hags seem to have forsaken this thing, it's still probably not good.
Mm,
All the forces in this place are all dark.
sure.
And I mean, it might lead to power, but not necessarily good.
Mm-hmm.
But you do get the impression that it's somehow related to dreams, because it's so familiar to you.
Mm, that fascinates me. Okay, I'm gonna keep them, and I'm not gonna say anything right now. I want to see what happens next time.
And you're familiar with magic that can affect dreams, and that's definitely the sensation you get, but you just don't know what's causing it. And I mean, it's there was a night hag that escaped, but if a night hag was going to try to mess with your dreams, it'd probably be a lot worse than that. So, is there anything else you guys want to do before you try to go to the abbey?
I don't. I'm good. Whenever y'all are ready.
Yeah.
No, I guess that's it.
All right. The Baron says again, "Be careful. If there's a bunch of ghosts, you can come back. We won't call you cowards. You killed a whole pack of werewolves. We won't call you cowards."
Wait, do I have? I don't have to re-roll these. Can I just keep? Or do I have to re-roll them every time we long rest?
I think you do.
Okay.
All right, those are about the same. So this road leads up. What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
Okay, this road leads up to uh, above the mist to a wide ledge where the abbey is perched. There's a light dusting of snow that covers the trees. There's a gravel road that passes between two small stone outbuildings, either side of which stretches a 5 foot high, 3 foot tall wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. And blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings with rusty hinges. And everything beyond the gate, the abbey and everything, seems completely quiet and misty. And the Baron tells his men to open these gates and let you through. And beyond that, you can just see this winding road that leads up to this abbey, and you can clearly see a billowing gray smoke coming from the chimney of the abbey.
So, I'm imagining that the place right here is the chimney where the smoke is coming out.
Yep.
Cool. So the entrance is going to be here. That's where we're
Mhm.
standing. Because you said we came up this road right here.
You guys are. Do you guys want to follow the road up to the entrance?
Oh, sorry. I did have one thing. I did have one thing. I just
Okay.
realized that I meant to ask about before we
Go
left.
ahead.
Was Esmeralda? That was her name, right?
Yep.
She put dark vision on us the last time we left.
Mm-hmm.
Do that again.
Yeah, it's been a long rest. You can cast that again.
Yeah, I think that would be useful.
Yeah, she can do that. How many times? Well, I mean, she'll just do the same thing she did last time, so yeah. That'll work. So, I'll put you guys there.
I'm going to look at my
Like-
spell list.
Ireena, Burl, and Dio, I think. Needed it.
What?
Yeah, she can cast it 3
What?
times. Dark
Whoa.
vision.
What the? Okay, yeah.
Let me check and see if this has dynamic lighting. It does, but it's global illumination. Okay. So you can see this wall here, and up here is the entrance.
Okay.
So what would you like to do?
Guess I'll go up to the entrance.
Okay, are you gonna move quietly or just normal?
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna try to be super loud by any means.
Okay, you can make a stealth check. All right. You can see that there's no door or gate here. You can see into the grounds of the abbey from there. And you can see a building here and a building here. Up that farther. Right here, can you guys see those pings?
Hmm.
That's where the entrance is
To the first one where the
to the
smoke's
whole
coming out of the chimney.
to the whole thing
Oh, okay.
because it's kind of attached together.
So this is just like the wall right here that surrounds the end.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll quietly kind of step in here at least, so I can see what's going
All
on.
right. To the south, you can see it looks like a graveyard, and this road just leads on. Right here is the front doors. You can see stained glass windows all along the abbey.
Right.
What do the rest of you want to do?
I think that I would probably try to come up here to this corner.
All right. Make a perception check.
I pretty much see myself as wanting to constantly stay near Ireena
Mm-hmm.
to make sure nothing jumps out and grabs her.
You don't see or hear anything of note. So what do the rest of you guys want to do?
I guess just walk in.
All right. Are you gonna try to be quiet?
As far as Dio can be quiet, I guess.
All right. Make your stealth check with your disadvantage.
Jeez.
I might as well do the same thing.
Nice.
I'm not quiet at all. I'm just blasting through this. Like,
You just start coughing.
just straight dust gets in my
It
throat.
just sounds like, when the janitor's walking down the hall with those 50 keys on his belt.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
I like how I went real at first and was real quiet. When I was like, the coast is clear, they're like, yeah, the coast is clear.
Yep.
Yep.
He said the coast is clear! Everybody!
Yep. You guys can see that way's the graveyard and that way's the front door.
Okay.
And right there is the chimney.
Where?
Right next to you guys right there.
Okay, I can't see it because of the tree.
Oh, yeah.
Or, hold on.
It's generally in that area, yeah.
Now
I
then.
can ping it.
Now I can
Yeah,
see.
you got
Okay.
you got to actually move in.
Jesus. That's what a shallow grave's there.
Yep.
I mean that's probably the most common kind of grave in Barovia.
Yep.
So I'm going to make sure I tell everybody, with this many dead, I always fear the undead might cause us trouble.
I'd much rather fight undead than werewolves.
Well, I was gonna say also, just for where is it at? Where's? Oh, it's under description. Sorry. So, I always expect danger around every corner, but I think that Where's it at? I had it written down in here somewhere.
Do you
I
have a
don't know.
detect good and evil or?
No, it was part of the whole, like, when you choose your background and all that stuff.
Mhm.
And it was like, I don't mourn the dead. I think that they're the lucky ones. Because they're not having to live in the hell. Although in this place, death is just the beginning of your thing, so. I'm always kind of like expecting danger around every corner.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, with these bodies being piled up, I fully expect there to be an army of whatever happens to you when you die in this place behind that door.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a necromancer, maybe a lich,
Just
Strahd
ghosts.
himself.
Yeah,
Fuck
I mean,
it.
if these
Mm-hmm.
bodies are here, who knows? Spirits, whatever you're reincarnating.
Yeah, that
Mhm.
too.
So what do you guys want to do now?
Well,
I guess I'll appear in these windows.
yeah, like, okay, so what is this building here?
That's part of the abbey. You can't see through the windows. They're stained glass. They're too colored.
Oh, so sorry. It's letting me see through the windows.
Oh, it is. Well, maybe you can see
Yeah.
through them then.
Well, I am seeing like a partial view inside, even from
Okay.
the
Well,
angle I've got.
I'll say you can see through them. You
When
can
I'm
see.
locked up, I can see. I don't know if you can see what I can see.
You can see a
Can I
fire.
look?
I mean,
I can
yeah,
see that and that.
yeah. I mean, I can look through your vision. You can see a fireplace that's lit. You can see two figures standing near it, and in front of them is a long feast table.
Where's Joe at?
Stand over next to Swain.
Ah, I see it now. The green. Joe, I was thinking that Ruby would probably cure your curse and keep hers for a later time. Like she wouldn't want you to have that, so I'm going to go ahead and say, like, before we got here, she would have used a spell slot to remove your curse. So I'll go ahead and use that spell slot there.
All right.
And then I'm gonna slowly make my way here to this door. And if I don't see anything there, I'm gonna come around here and look through these windows. Is this like a little courtyard? Well, I don't know. You can stop me if you don't want me to keep walking, but I was just gonna slowly walk up this direction.
Yeah. Let me see what you can. Yeah, you can. In some
You're
of
out
the.
of our line of sight, so.
What is this? That I'm.
That is a. I think it's like an outhouse. Let me check.
Ireena, I'll try to stay close
These
to
are all-
you, but you feel free to
It's
move.
a garden gatehouse, and it is empty.
This is the garden, right?
Yeah, beyond it is the garden.
So there, nothing interesting there.
These are all just windows along the way that we can kind of peer into.
Yeah. And let me see here.
Is this door locked?
It is not. But first,
Ooh.
while you're looking in those windows, Burl and
Yeah.
Swain, I need you guys to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. If it's against charm or fear, I have advantage.
Okay. You can start to hear a rising whisper that you can't understand in your mind. You can't see the source of the sound, but it feels like it's emanating from inside the abbey. And
Is
both
it
of
an
you,
actual language or no?
no, not that you
So
would
it's just like-
understand.
Okay.
It's
It's just like creepy whispers.
yep.
Well, I know common, draconic, and celestial. So
I'll keep that in mind.
I mean,
You both take 8 psychic damage, and you're stunned till the end of your next turn. Even though we're not in turn order, but yeah, you're stunned for 6 seconds.
Okay.
As you hear this maddening whisper start to rise up louder and louder and louder and louder in your head. And you just freeze there for a few seconds. And then you just snap out of it and you move back away from the windows. And you didn't see anything in the windows except for uh, like rundown small like rooms with debris all over the floor. And so you guys move back toward this front door, right? You guys gonna try to open it?
Yeah, where Swain is standing.
Mm-hmm. Let's see if my game crashes when I turn on dynamic lighting. Nope, it didn't. It's fine. There you go.
Is it so we open this door yet or no?
Yeah, I opened it for you.
Okay, I would just check for stuff. Be quiet and calm as I go through here. Is that a well?
That is a well. This looks like a courtyard area.
Coffins? Benches.
Uh, those are. Hang on.
It could
Okay,
easily be either.
yeah,
It's very odd.
I'll describe the courtyard. The thick fog that fills this courtyard swirls as if it's eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot high curtain wall on which stand several guards with their back to you. Or so it seemed at first. As you get closer, it's clear that they're merely scarecrows. Wooden doors to the north and east lead to the abbey's two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch, to which a rope and bucket are attached. I guess I should play creepy music, but oh well.
Go ahead.
So I'll just click on a random one, okay. Wooden doors that lead to the two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a well. A rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors. And 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. And 2 wooden posts are pounded into the earth with iron rings bolted to them. And
Do you have any image to share?
no, not for this.
Okay.
Well, you can move in there and see more, but that's about it.
Oh no, I just meant like like you've had some of those
Yeah,
NPC drawings and scenario drawings.
yeah, I don't believe there's anything for this.
So
Music just got creepy.
what are the dotted lines around here?
That
On
is
the map?
covered a wall above you. A walkway sort of above you.
Like a balcony above our heads.
Yeah. And these things you were talking about, they're horse troughs, and they're badly rotted and falling apart if they're handled or jostled.
And you said there were like padlock things down here,
Yeah.
and then over here also.
Yes.
And this is a door.
And here you can see 12. Yeah, just right there. There's a shed that has the shattered remains of several chicken coops.
No living animals in here, right?
Right.
Living. Keyword.
Yeah.
And then here you can see these 2 hitching posts that look like they're for horses.
They're also rotting.
Yes.
Well, which way should we get?
Oh, I was muted. So sorry.
Oh, yeah, I
These
figured that.
windows.
Those are padlocked
Okay,
rooms.
those are the padlocked rooms.
Ruby,
So
make a perception check. You have pretty high perception, right?
Irena's home here, so for this last 30 minutes or so, I guess I'll just drive for her.
Okay, well, it may be less than 30 minutes. We'll see, but that's
Yeah.
fine.
Okay.
Uh, so, Dan, make a perception check.
Will do.
Irena's gonna go the 8 padlocks.
Okay.
No, I don't perceive
Uh,
much.
The padlocks look pretty rusted. They could potentially be hard to open.
Okay. Well. Well, I think she's still gonna try.
Okay, you want to try to pick one?
Yeah.
Alright, roll your thieves' tools. Or sleight of hand. +3. Alright, that'll work. +10, geez. So you click one of these open, and inside you can see a skeleton laying in the corner with the tattered remains of a straitjacket on it.
Oh, sanitarium. Cool. Sanatorium?
Mm-hmm.
Sanitarium. I don't know.
Is there anything else in the room?
That's it. And there are marks on the walls as if someone's tried to claw their way out.
Hmm.
Does the straitjacket appear to still be like super stranger?
No,
No.
looks like it's been shredded.
Does it look like it looks like it's been shredded?
Partially shredded, yeah. It's still kind of on the skeleton though.
Like do the shreds look like they're from something shredding from the outside or from
Make a medicine check. Your best guess is that someone may have done it with their teeth. Human teeth.
okay. Presumably the person that was restrained.
Presumably. So what are the rest of you guys doing?
You said in the center was a well.
Yes.
Ireena would want to investigate the well also.
Alright. You can roll investigation. What do the rest of you guys want to do?
is this the main entrance?
That is the entrance to, looks like the entrance to that part of the abbey, that wing. And while you're there, make a perception check. Uh, you can hear faint, gentle sounding music coming from the other side of the door. And in this well, it looks bottomless, but you can faintly hear a whispering sound. And Ireena needs to make a wisdom saving throw.
Hmm.
Oof.
You take 11 psychic damage and you're stunned for 1 round. As the whispers reverberate through the well and get louder and louder in your head, you just freeze for a second.
Are the whispers going, "Wake me up, wake me up inside"?
If you translated it, they probably would be. It's like just play that song backwards. That's what it is.
Ugh.
God, that's actually real creepy.
Yeah.
So, are you guys gonna try this door over here?
I definitely am.
Yeah.
The door seems unlocked, and the room on the other side seems to be lit.
Go in there. Do it.
All right, the rest of you guys gonna follow.
Yeah, Dio will definitely follow in.
Oh god, they could just see me.
You see a strangely handsome-looking man, about 35 or 40 years old, clean-shaven. He's got a square, like Brad Pitt jaw, blonde hair that's combed to the side. He's wearing completely white, jet white robes, and the in reaction to you entering the room, he seems to have reached his hand out to the woman next to him, and he's gently taking her hand and helping her get up from her chair. He has a wooden holy symbol, and you all recognize that this holy symbol looks other than the fact that it's made of wood, looks identical to Dio's holy symbol, the symbol of the Morning Lord or the Dawn Star. And the woman that's standing up from the chair is very pale looking, and she's wearing a tattered red gown. And the man clearly sees you, and he says, "Hello, are you visitors?"
Yes. We are. And then
Come
I'm
in.
gonna kind of nudge, point the holy symbol that he's wearing, hoping that Theo recognizes it.
Ah. I would brand.
Yeah.
I think Dio would brandish out his own holy symbol for the guy to see.
He says, "Ah, good." And he starts moving around the table.
Okay.
He says, "Do any of you know how to dance?"
Dance?
Let's just see.
I
I'm okay.
I do not know how to dance. Someone needs to teach Vasilka here how to dance.
So, is this dude real flesh, or does he look like a ghostly image?
Make a perception check. He looks like a real flesh person, not a ghost. He just acts very strange.
Is he talking in like that cadence that you're using?
Yes, he's speaking in a very strange way, and the way he moves is incredibly graceful.
I can't believe this guy doesn't dance as graceful as he moves.
It's true.
You know?
What does dancing have to do with anything? Personally, I've always been told I have 2 left feet, so
Said there's music in this room.
Yes, you can all hear faint, gentle string music emanating from above you, seemingly from nowhere.
What happens if I look up?
You just see the roof of this room. This place does not seem dusty. It seems well taken care of. And it looks like the roof of this place, you can just hear music coming from nowhere, as if from stringed by an unseen master. He says, "I was trying to teach Vasilka etiquette. but I do not know how to dance.
Dio's gonna do something.
Okay.
Oh shit.
He's gonna cast Divine Sense. He's gonna use his Divine Sense,
Okay.
detecting people. I
Uh,
mean, it seems like a foregone conclusion, but
what's the wording on it?
so as an action, you could detect good and evil until into your next turn. You can sense anything affected by the Hallow spell or know the location of any celestial, fiend, undead within 60 feet that is not behind total cover.
Vasilka is undead, and the abbot is a celestial.
Huh.
And in fact, a very strong celestial, from what you can tell.
Everyone be careful. This, what's her name? Vasilka?
Mm-hmm.
She's undead. He he seems to be a celestial of some kind. Very
Uh,
powerful one.
he says, yes, and he turns to Vasilka. Come, come, they will teach you to dance. And she walks very awkwardly. The opposite of the graceful abbot awkwardly walks over to him. And he gently takes her hand and says, which of you can teach her?
Do I feel like this is a trap, or do I feel like he really wants?
Make an insight check. You see no evidence that he's lying. It just seems just really weird.
Yeah. Very, very weird.
Ireena, should we go in that room too? I'll follow you.
Come
Stay
on
in
with
the
it.
back.
Come on in. More the merrier.
The water's fine.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dio and Swain make a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah.
Good
Nope.
lord.
Okay.
Oof. Oh,
You rolled a 2 and a 3.
They both
insane.
they both look strange, but one is super awkward and the other one's super graceful.
And we notice nothing more. Got it.
And he says, which of my guests would like to teach Vasilka to dance?
Do any of you two ladies know how to dance?
I mean, if it's performance, Ireena is not just acrobatics.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, you want to try it?
Sure, Ireena will step up and say, I can certainly try.
Um,
Give me
he.
a fat beat. So she starts breakdancing.
So you're going to move up like right there, right?
Yeah.
Let me move this stupid marker. Okay, there
Ireena
we go.
drops down low and starts twerking.
From the window to the wall.
Dio smites her in response.
He steps forward toward Ireena, and he slowly kind of leans toward her, and his hand raises up toward her. Not in a threatening way. I don't know what her reaction would be, but he tries to like gently touch her under the chin.
Probably, given her experience with Strahd and, creeping in, doing creepy things, probably not super receptive.
Yeah.
As she starts to flinch away, he says, you, I need your face.
Face for what?
Vasilka needs your face.
That's her face. She needs to find her own face. What is the name of the lord that you worship, Drew?
The Dawn Star.
Yeah, they call it the Morning Lord here.
The Morning Lord, Dawn Star.
Okay.
He says, Vasilka must have your face. It's the only way.
I want to ask if he serves the Morning Star.
Yes, of course. It is the desire of the gods of light that Vasilka has your face.
I think Dio would.
Mean like you want to make a copy, or you want to take her face physically off of her head and put it on to Veruca?
As you look a little bit closer at Vasilka, you notice that she has faint white seams around her body. It looks like she's been stitched together.
Oh.
And he says, Vasilka must have her face.
Are you trying to recreate somebody and need her face? Because I'm pretty sure Strahd would not like her face taken off of her body.
I must make a mate for the Dark Lord of this realm.
But if you serve the Morning Star, why are you doing Lord?
I came here to redeem this land. The Dark Lord here, he has to be united with his love to be removed. I must present him with a suitable mate.
I see.
Oh, this is not good.
Well,
Burl's gonna speak up to the back. Well, I don't believe any of us will make a suitable mate for the Dark Lord. That's certainly not why we're here.
That's why I have been building a mate for him. He will come soon to see her, but she must have the proper face, or he will not agree.
yeah, so unfortunately we probably can't give you this fade.
Especially that face in particular.
So that's not gonna work. But I'm just seeking to understand here. And it is the reason we came up here is because there was supposed to be some information on how to defeat Strahd.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Is that kind of
There wasn't really a surefire thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say now we can't give you this face. I know that you want this face because you feel like that if you use this face to help build a bride, then the Dark Lord will leave. But alternatively, if you could help us figure out a way to get rid of the Dark Lord without having to have a bride, we could probably help make that happen. Do you happen to know how we could do that? Sans removing her head, her face.
He says, if you are not willing, and his voice gets louder, to help redeem this place, then you are a servant of darkness. And all of the candles in this room flash, and his voice kind of booms around the room.
I'm going to. So he specifically asked if we're not going to help restore. Is that what you said?
If you're not going to help redeem this place, then you're servants of darkness.
So I want to reply in Celestial that we are willing to help redeem this place, but we need to find another way other than removing her face.
He responds in Celestial, "You cannot compromise with evil."
That's literally what you're doing. You're providing evil a bride to satiate it to redeem this place. We don't want to
Uh,
do that. We want to straight up murder the evil.
Make an insight check. And Dio, you can make an insight check too.
Yeah, I mean, it's clear that this Celestial's off his fucking rocker, but anyway.
He does not seem to be duplicitous at all. He just
No.
seems to have been somehow, just as far as you can tell, he just seems misguided.
Well, we
Completely.
found a straitjacket, right?
And he
So,
doesn't seem to have any comprehension of doing anything that is not the correct way to save the world.
So he feels like he's doing the good thing.
Right.
He feels like
Truly believes it.
the way he acts is as if it's the only thing that can be done, and if you don't do that, then you're evil.
Right.
Could I try to persuade him and have a debate with him and try to convince him to believe something different?
You can make a persuasion check.
Probably has to be really fucking high.
Considering I get a -1.
No.
Okay.
Let's roll initiative.
He
at this
says,
point.
he says, if you will all please stand back, I will begin the procedure. And he pulls out a knife out of his robes, and he reaches toward Ireena.
I
Okay.
will use a command on
When
him.
the knife comes out, Irena's gonna try and like backpedal.
Okay.
Yeah. Right.
She's
Dio's
quick,
got
so she
his-
can do that.
Dio's got his shit drawn and ready.
Okay.
You mind if I use a command when I see?
Yeah, you can try. Go for
Might
it.
as well try.
What kind of save does he need to make?
There it is, right there.
Cut.
It is a Wisdom saving throw. Or follow the command on its.
He succeeded on his saving throw.
Okay. My command was to stop, but of course he succeeded, so he
Yep.
doesn't stop.
Your magic seemed to have barely any effect on him. He seems resistant to it.
Right.
And as he reaches to peel off Ireena's face to put it on his flesh golem, we'll end right there for tonight. That's a good place to stop.
Yeah, I think so.
So,
Yeah, I kind of figured that this was gonna be fucked up in some way.
Yep.
I was thinking about using, and I don't know, like, if has anybody cast anything? You tried to cast command. What I was gonna try to do was use prestidigitation to kind of see if I could. Well, I guess that wouldn't really work.
Well,
could
it
use
escalated so quickly when you drew the knife. I was thinking about using a thaumaturgy to be like, look, if you really think this, I think the opposite, and try to do some kind of thaumaturgy trick to be like, oh, see, there it is. You're doing it wrong. You need to rethink this.
Well, I was thinking about using like minor illusion to make it look like she suddenly looked really ugly and not like Ireena,
I'm not sure if
or
any of
making
that
making the zombie thing look like it already had her face.
Huh? That
Mhm.
might be better.
Yeah. Well, he
But
does.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a celestial.
He has true
so-
sight, so that wouldn't work.
Right. Right. Yeah,
Uh,
True Sight would. Yeah, none of that would have worked. I kind of figured.
The other thing then was the splinter was it was undead.
Yes.
it's a flesh golem, he said.
It looks like it was stitched together from different body parts. I mean, it's hard to tell though. He clearly put a lot of work into it.
Oh yeah.
Isn't a flesh golem this is like construct, not undead?
Maybe, but I mean, it would still emanate necromancy, so I would still say it pops up under the divine sense.
Yeah.
So would I be able to? I know next time we're going to be rolling initiative, but in this moment when he pulls a knife out and he's casting command and all that stuff, would I be able to summon my familiar, like snap it here?
Yeah, sure. It's just an instant, so yeah.
Okay, put it here somewhere on the map. It didn't really matter where. But if we're going to get ready for a fight, I'm going to pull him out and all that biz.
Yeah.
Well, honestly, guys, I was not sure what was going to happen when 3.4 million werewolves walked in on us, and it ended last time.
Well.
Yeah, when he dropped all those, I was just like, well.
Well, damn.
I
Yeah.
was like, okay, so I gotta kind of mentally prepare that my character could be dead by the end of next week.
Poor Ruby.
I'll be honest. I just didn't want you guys to look through those caves for hours and hours and be disappointed, so I just had the werewolves come back immediately.
Makes more sense.
Because there was nothing really in there, so
Right.
except
for
cursed
kids.
treasure.
Except for kids and
Yep,
the wives or whatever.
yep. They actually went upstairs to the top shelf thing. Yeah, this encounter could have been solved diplomatically until he got a closer look at Ireena.
Yeah, I kind of figured that was kind of the point of no return.
Yep.
Oof.
So this is another type of enemy where I'm positive my smiting radiant damage isn't going to do jack shit.
Potentially.
I'm going to have the opposite problem I had with the werewolf.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ireena's gonna be dealing some damage probably, but
Hmm.
Yeah.
hopefully my guardian spirits will deal some damage. I don't.
Yeah, anything with radiant damage, I just assume it's either going to do half damage or no damage at all. So,
I'm just gonna have to look at all of his abilities for a while before I slay again.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm gonna be trying to cast Bane and more command or something.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. No, I will definitely cast Bane. Fuck.
Yeah.
That has to happen.
Gotta get that shit in.
All right, guys. Well, I guess till next time.
Yep.
How's everybody looking for all this, like, when they start loosening up the social distancing?
Well,
Are you guys gonna still want to stay?
I'm pretty confident
up.
that the deaths are gonna spike and everyone's gonna freak out because they're gonna open up to everything too fast.
Yeah.
So we should probably assume we're gonna go back in quarantine again.
Yeah.
I saw
Probably.
St. Vincent had their first coronavirus death today.
Which is
in the
strange
Little Rock
'cause
Hospital.
We've already had, I think, 2 or 3 at Conway Regional.
Yeah.
There were like 30, there's 34 statewide as of Thursday.
I'm guessing our total by the end of May is going to be about 100 for Arkansas.
You cut out what?
I guess our total by the end of May for Arkansas is going to be 100.
Like
Oh.
deaths. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, deaths. Cases
Oh.
around 10,000 cases with around 150 deaths at most. But
Sounds reasonable.
considering the size of Arkansas and how far we've gone and how the knowledge that's already come out, it still doesn't look good for us.
No, not at all. I mean, if
No.
you look at the fact that it's like currently 37, we have 37 deaths. We have 593 that have recovered. Then that's 6.24% right there, like as far as deaths to recovered, because there's a
Yeah.
lot of cases that haven't ended yet. They still are ongoing cases, and they're going to recover or die. But when you're looking at like 6% of the people that have it are going to die,
Yeah.
compared to the people that recover, like not 6% of the people that have it are going to die, but
Yeah.
6% of the people that have recovered, that same amount of people are the ones that died. And so it's like, if they open it up too quick, it's gonna spread. Plus, there's stuff that's like been going on over the past 2 weeks. Even like, did you hear about that party that chick had in Russellville with like 200 people that she invited over, and then 2 days later she was tested positive for it?
Yep.
No, how recently was that?
That was in Russellville, like last week.
That's awesome.
Nice.
All
And
these
it's-
dumbass protesters. Did you see the
Oh,
thing
yeah.
that's been going on social network? The
Well, like in
protester card where it's like, let me see if I can find it real quick because I think I saved it. Basically,
like-
this guy wrote a like, "Hey, I waive all medical." Yeah, here it is. COVID-19 lockdown protester. To demonstrate my commitment to my freedoms and to compensate for the extra burden I am putting on the U.S. medical system, I hereby decline medical treatment for COVID-19 medical conditions.
God, some people, and they're like protesting up in Michigan, like
Yeah.
let
Yeah.
us back, and it's like,
Yeah, on the state house, like
Yeah.
on the doorsteps of the Capitol.
Mm-hmm.
and you would think that with this stuff happening, people, I get that people want to get out, they want to get back to work and stuff because it's hard, they got to pay bills, right? But you would think that they would be protesting like the failings of our healthcare system, or protesting the fact that we have no securities on our home and getting evicted, or this or that, like all these things that you could be protesting, but they're they're protesting for the right to go out and risk their lives so that billionaires can continue to make money.
Or risk other people's lives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like just, and like
Well-
on the news they were talking about the fact that it was like, well, we estimate there being a 2% deaths of kids in classrooms and stuff if we go back and all that stuff, and it's like, what's more important, our education or these kids being at home and all this stuff, and it's like, did you really just sit there and say that you're okay with 2% of children dying?
They are.
One of the things recently was all the essential workers stuff, talking about how many of them aren't getting, they don't have proper medical health insurance and stuff like that, but they're having to show up for their fast food jobs and all this stuff, and it's
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
Well, if you read John Locke, it talks about how you're free. You don't have the freedom to hurt other people, and plagues are communicable to other people. So
Yeah.
your freedoms don't apply when it comes to transmittable diseases.
Correct.
I'm
Even,
sure back for him it was probably smallpox and shit, but same thing.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, it's crazy. And what's really fun, dads with daughters page
Oh,
them on
no.
Oh my
Facebook,
god.
and they
I
were
can't even imagine.
well, it was about like all the welfare for the rich, like all the millionaires getting all the money because they're business owners, they need this money, and I'm just going, how are y'all backing this up? Like, you're
'Cause they've
okay
literally-
with them getting money, and they're like, yeah, because they own business. It's like,
They're
if
literally
they die
brainwashed, man.
tomorrow, if those people died tomorrow, there's another business that will come in. Like, these people didn't plan for this, just like the poor people. I would rather this money go to people to keep going than this
Well, it's-
guy for his business to keep going.
Yeah, these businesses don't have money because they take all their profit and turn around and invest it into other things to make money, because they don't have to prepare for something like this, because if it does hit the fan, they get
The
bailed
government's
out.
going to bail them out. Yeah,
Exactly.
And,
So
and I'm
it's-
just
and
like,
And it's like, you can't just sit there and say, well, they provide jobs for everybody, and that's why we need these corporations to succeed, otherwise we won't have jobs. It's like, no. What you don't understand is that if you just give poor people enough money to make their bills and live off of and have money to take care of their needs, they're going to spend it at those businesses, and those businesses will be fine. It's trickle up, not trickle down. Like, but they're brainwashed into believing all that crap.
Yeah.
That's why they're up there literally protesting for the right to go risk their lives to die to make billionaires more money.
well, and these are like the same guys who can't have poor people on unemployment for too long, because then they'll just be accustomed to it and they'll just want it all the time. It's like, isn't that what's happening? They've been bailed out in the last decade already.
Yeah, and it's like,
And
how
now,
many?
now you're like saying, oh, they didn't prepare for this, so they need more money from our taxpayer. It's like, no,
Yeah,
that's not
and
how this works.
it's like, how many billionaires sit around and actually go to work every day, or how many billionaires are just used to a lifestyle where they don't actually have to work for their money?
And I'm just kind of like, I would rather them, whatever money they were gonna do with this, like, and I'm not saying this like this is what I really feel and I'm like super strong. It's a case by case kind of thing for me, but it's like I would rather them say, hey, look, small business, we're about to give y'all loans. Where if you have a small business that you want to start up, we're gonna help you start it up, get people jobs because you're gonna hire people. And I'd rather that happen. But then
Yeah.
but these big money guys, it's like, okay, if they want this, then it needs to come with some restrictions. They need to know, all right, you've got to follow these rules now. If you want this money, if you want your business to keep going, you've got to prove to us that you're going to set up for some worst case scenario shit like this. Not go back to business as usual, make as much money as you can, screw everybody out of it, and then ask for a handout again in 5 years.
Hmm. And it's like, they take their profits, they spend it into buying their own stocks so that they can drive up the price of their stocks, and they own them more of it and more and more and more of it, so they have to pay less in dividends. And it's no, you can't. Ugh. And on top of that, like, with buying all these people and spending all this money, I mean, look at Canada. It was like this, the crap hit the fan, and they just, like, 10 minutes they filled out a form and they're getting $2,000 a month. What they really need to do is just be like, okay, we're just going to put pause on everything. Banks, you don't have to worry about paying any fees or anything right now, but banks are not allowed to collect on mortgages or loans until we say go, and you can't get back pay for these months either. Just You just don't get any money, but it's okay because you're not having to pay out anything because you're a bank. So for all the businesses that are out there that have to pay bills or have to pay rent, have to pay mortgage, they aren't required to pay that now. It's on pause, which means people who are renting from the people paying mortgages, they put a rent freeze, and those people don't have to pay rent. Just literally pause everything, because the only reason we can't pause is because banks are trying to make their money. You pause everything